waiting for everyone to settle down. Okay, so good afternoon. Welcome to our pre-match press conference ahead of our away leg derby against MBSG on Saturday. So this match is happening at Guwahati's Indira Gandhi Athletic Stadium on Saturday. We are doing the pre-match press conference today. We have with us our head coach BRUZON and LALCHUNGNUNGA to take your questions. So a humble request to everyone, put your phones on silent mode and introduce yourselves. I think I saw Munalda's hand first, so let's begin with Munalda and then we'll take the other questions.
Good afternoon, as the derby, actually there is a lot of confusion where you will be held or something like that. So does that hamper the mentality of your team to prepare for that derby particularly when something is not finally still actually getting to yesterday? So is it actually a problem of mentality, of mental strength going into that match, apart from your strength of the team?
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here today. And joy is Bengal. We all have a responsibility on the derby. You journalists on the way on your approach towards the game, clubs, professionals, fans. So on our side, with all the noise that is always gonna be there in such a big game, we decide to be aligned with the idea and the values of the club. I prefer to be on the side of sportsmanship. I prefer to be on the side of respect over confrontation. And I also prefer to be more on the technical and analysis side than on the ideas and potential problems that are being created always around the derby. So our mind is fully set, nothing is going to disturb us. It's true that in the last days the events are being quite strange regarding the venue, regarding how we were communicated only 72 hours before, the problems that we are having with the tickets and with the hotels. Even in training we need to do some adjustments, but all this for us is noise. So we are fully focused on the real preparation, I repeat, on the technical side, on the analysis and on the things we have to do on the pitch, because that is our approach and our responsibility. Respecting everybody, all the actors around the game, but on our side, the message to our fans is that we are aligned with the club, with the investor, with the fans, with our sponsors, and we will try to give everything to try to win this big game.
Okay, we'll take some questions for Nunga before we again get back to coach. So questions for Nunga. Yes, Rajiv there has a question.
Hi, this is Rajiv from ISL's official website. A lot of talks is going on regarding the defense of East Bengal. In last match also, you lost a few things in a few seconds and you lost the match. So, what is going on in the dressing room? What is going on between the defenders of the team? What's happening actually?
Hello, good afternoon everyone. About the question, we are not possible of keeping a clean sheet in the last match, so we are training to be better and keep the clean sheet with the coach helping us, and we try to fix the problem and try to get a clean sheet and win next match.
Okay. Devanjendra, I think you have a question.
My question to coach.
No, well, take questions for Nunga. What was your question for Nunga? Okay, Nunga.
Hi Nunga, this is Shobhan here. At the starting of the season, and we saw your game, and after the coach's arrival, you seems to be like a different player. Do you want to say about that? Enlighten us about that.
Yeah. Now I changed my position and the coach is helping me, and now I improve a lot under the coach, and he helps me every day and push me every day to become a better player and a defender. So just my view is to just keep working hard and improve every day. So,
Joel, I think, has a question for Nunga. Yes. Yeah, Nunga. Yeah.
Nunga, considering the East Bengal defense performance since last two matches, all the ex-players, the expert are told that in this match, East Bengal is under Mohun favor. You agree of their views? What is your comments on this view?
we are a big club and we approach every game to win. So we don't think about the opponents and we just try to play our game and approach the game to win. Thank you.
Okay, Shampuna, has a question.
Hi, this is Shampuna from Transfer Digital. Taking a cue from my colleague, last match we have seen a lackluster performance from the defenders, especially the centre backs. So now considering Mohun Bagan being the strongest, having the strongest striking force, so how big a setback was it to consider 2 goals in the last match, and how are you looking to stop the trio of Mohun Bagan? Cummins, Dimitri, Stewart, and then McLaren.
Like I said before, we are training well and we try to improve everything that has been on the past, and the coach is helping us a lot, and we will try to give our best and get the clean sheet.
You have a question for Nunga? Yeah, Munanda.
Nunga, how much will you miss your supporters? Because you know the coach always say that it is the fortress of East Bengal. So when you will not have these supporters in this drama, so how much will you miss the supporters? You may not go to the Goa team for a very short time. So how will you look at it? Another thing is how will you acquainted with the coach, because coach was not there in the last journey. He was just came that day and now he will be with you. So how would be the advantage for you? Both sides, disadvantage and advantage.
About the fans, derby is a big thing in India, so we will miss the fans and the crowd. So it's a different atmosphere with the fans. So the players, we want to play under the fans, but it's not possible because of the situation. So we will miss the fans a lot in this match, but we will give our best. And also about the coach, the last week he just arrived in the morning and he stayed with us at the match. And this time it will be a different approach for him also, and he will help us a lot. He try to push us and help us in the sidelines.
Okay, now we'll take questions for coach.
Coach, this side, I am also from Vishnu. Taking the question from Joyda, as a coach, do you think the Saturday's derby you are the underdog?
Is there underdog in these kind of games? No, not at all. I don't know if you are trying to provoke a strong reaction on me with this question, but it's a game that I think that right now the chances for both teams are 50%. We are understanding the problems that we have in the last few games, but Mohun Bagan had also some problems to carry the wins, some games winning in the last minutes. So I don't think there are really underdogs on the game on Saturday.
Devanjan, next question.
Coach, this is Devanjan from the 24 घंटा. My question is that you are continuing with several injury problems in the squad for a couple of days, but there is long injury list in your opponents too, like David Chatos, Ashik Kuruni and Anil Thapa and Akila too. So do you think it will balance the two teams in the journey?
The answer is very clear. It's a proof to let's try to prove who has better depth on the squad. At this stage of the season in January, it's normal that the teams suffer injuries. It's also true that we are suffering it in key positions and probably differential players, but we have been dealing with this throughout the season. It's just another matter to try to overcome all these problems. I'm announcing it press conference after press conference, so my work is optimize the resources that are available on Saturday. And we are very confident that the players that are going to step on the pitch are the best players to face this derby.
Hi, Oscar. I'm Shabir from not technically, but this is your first derby as a Bengal coach. How confident you are to stop Mohun?
They also have to stop us. Football has always two sides. So we have attack and we have defense. And for them, it's also the same. What we need to understand is what are their strengths, their weaknesses. Probably we need to be more reactive. There is not a secret on this. We are having problems to dominate the games, to have controls in central areas, sometimes as you describe here, on the back of our defenders. So all this is the technical information that we are evaluating, and we will try to do the proper adjustments tomorrow, and let's see if they can stop us.
Hello, Coach. Good afternoon. I'm Shushmita from the Bangla newspaper. Coach, whether it is today's mistake or not, your team, your players have some tendency to get cards. So, and this is a very high voltage match. So, how much concerned you are for that? And after Odisha match, you have mentioned that referees are treating us as a small team. So, how much concern it is for you?
I believe in the integrity of the ISL, of the referees, and sometimes this decision is true. We are not having the luck in this season with the referees. All the critical decisions were not coming on our side, but I also believe that in the long term, we also mentioned that in the long term, all these kind of decisions are always balanced. On the other side, if you are watching the critical actions on Mohammedan, most of them are coming on their side. But I don't want to find excuses or to talk about referees or the circumstances that I cannot control. I hope that tomorrow we don't need to talk about the referee because
Hi Coach for TV. So what is the update of your team? I mean, Anwar Ali, will he able to play tomorrow, Saturday's derby, or Sol Crespo? So what is the update? And another question is that last day we have seen that you're in the training ground that someone was trying to capture the image of the practice station from the hotel. So what will you give in that situation?
my answer is how I started this press conference. I don't want to comment on the stories around the derby. I already told you that we prefer to have sportsmanship, ethical behaviors, and to do the things that just we can control to try to win the derby. So I don't really want to comment on that because it was not our choice. And second question? Anwar has possibilities to reach the derby. It's going to be very important, the evolution of his knock in the next 48 hours. If not, we already are working on the plan B. And Saul is going to be more difficult, especially because of a fitness point of view. He has not been doing practices with the team for the past 4 weeks. He arrived yesterday, he's gradually joining the practices, so I think that Saul is not going to be a key player for this game.
Motadi, do you have a question? Yeah. Then we'll move to
Yeah, Coach. This is Rajiv from ISL, it's official. Coach, I have 2 questions. From last derby to this derby, do you think that this is the toughest phase of your coaching career? And another question is, you said after the last time that your boys are playing well in under pressure situation. So do you think that derby itself is a very pressure thing? And do you think that automatically your players are going to play better in this match?
The most important of my career, I went through a lot of important games, and this is one of them. So choosing what is the most...
Not the toughest.
The toughest? No, I don't think so. I don't want to enumerate, but I repeat, I think that Mohammedan, they are the most informed team. Probably the chances are more in their side. but we are going to try to do everything to neutralize them. I think that we have designed a good plan for tomorrow game, and I hope we overcome. All this thing of important, of emotions, of passion, is really, I tell you honestly, it's not on our side. We are really focused on the performance and what is going to happen on the pitch. And on the pitch, these important emotions and all these things, they are not going to be relevant. What is going to be relevant is the confidence, the understanding of the players, the willingness to win the game, and probably avoiding critical mistakes, because these kind of games usually are being decided by small mistakes. And as Nunga say, he was unveiling it. The day I came here, in the difficult situation of the club, I wanted to be part of the difficult situation. Otherwise, a coach coming here and skipping a game, that is what will show that I would be scared to play with Mohan Bagan. So there you have the evidence that I came here and without preparation, I decided to be on the pitch, knowing that probably the influence of my work with the players would be null. But at this stage, I want to take more responsibility, and what is going to happen tomorrow will depend more on the ideas, the decisions, the learning, the continuous improvement of the team, and where we are right now, and where we want to go.
And what about the pressure situation? You say
pleasure. It's beautiful playing these derbies. Pressure is for the people that has real problems. For us, playing football and playing these kind of games is pleasure. And if we can win it and dedicate to our fans that are continuously cheering for us in the good and in the bad moments, knowing that football is a cycle. Nowadays, we are not where we deserve to be, but East Bengal, if we continue in this progress and with this continuous improvement and with the ideas of the club, East Bengal has to be always a title contender in India. Right now it's difficult, but we are working towards bringing back the golden days of East Bengal.
Rahul, you wanted to ask?
Hi coach, Rahul this side. I have two questions. The first is, somehow the last two games has affected the morale of the players, and if so, then how you are trying to regain the morale before such a crucial game? And the second one is, in your first derby, though the things were not in your hand as you just reached Kolkata and sit in the dugout, so somehow deep inside your heart, somehow you want to avenge that defeat in this game?
Well, regarding the last derby, I already commented that it was my decision. Nobody pushed me to be there on the bench, but I decided that in a bad situation, I should be there to understand how much is the pain. It was very difficult. The chances in the first derby were very low due to the team condition at that stage, but the situation is completely different. We are coming from a positive month of December with a good run of results, with the team believing in the idea and in the training process, with the team quite consolidated, but fighting with the injuries on key players. I have nothing to hide. That is where we are, and I'm sure also that Mohan Bagan is going to be very confident to try to play with one of the teams in the lower part of the table, but if you count the last 5 or 7 games of the league, probably we would be on that top 6 position that we are searching. So, same as I said before, in the long term, if we continue getting this ratio of points, probably slowly we are going to get the position that we are targeting. And the other thing was?
Somehow, you have answered the first or the second?
You say something about conceding or moral or...
Kind of you are trying to regain the moral of the team after the last 2 games.
Our moral is at maximum levels. In football, in Hyderabad, the plan was holding a little bit. In the second half, we were the best team on the pitch. And unfortunately, in one action, same as it happened in the game of yesterday with Goa, in the last minute, when the advantage is only 1-0, you have the risk that in one action they can equalize the game. And regarding the game of Mumbai City, it's true that I was not happy with the performance of all the team, probably my responsibility for not doing the proper selection of the pitch, but we have the chance to change everything on the halftime. The team reacted very, very well, and in the moment of the 2-2, the reality is that I really thought that we were going to win the game. So, unfortunately, an individual mistake cost us the points, but I don't think that that individual mistake can affect the morale of the team.
We'll quickly take last 3 questions. So, Joyda.
Coach, under your coaching, we saw East Bengal club get the win, but unfortunately, last 2 matches, East Bengal club that declined the performance drop? What is the reason? Only the injury problem? And apart from injury problem, what is the reason? This is my first part. And the second part, you lost Madrid Halal on 12th December against Odisha match.
You are replying your question. You yourself are replying the question. We are missing key players that they were part of our comeback. Talal, Saul, Rakib, Anwar, Hector for some time, Sovic. It's difficult to recompose from all these problems. So, and I don't want to use it as an excuse. Again, the best players that play are the players that are available on the coach. There is a decline of performance. What can I say? Yes, we are not at our best. We are working to come back again to our best. And in the moment we have all the field players available is when we are going to show our truly and full potential. Right now, we need to find solutions to the problems that we have. But slowly we are recovering that key players. Slowly the club has announced a new signing. So we are hopeful that let's say that in a period of 3 or 4 weeks, we can be again at our best in probably the most decisive part of the ISL, and also when we have to play the international competition. But right now, I'm satisfied, I'm confident, and the players that are having the chance, they will try to grab it to show that they were on the bench for reasons that probably is not fair to them. You know that in football, we all are very selfish, the players want to play, so the players that have the chance to play, they need to do a good performance to show that the coach was wrong when I was not selecting them in the previous games.
Coach, just a minute, just a request. This is not a question.
Yes.
We all know that you spoke can speak in Bengali. Message for the supporters in Bengali in one line or two lines.
We will come to it once we take the last 2 questions. Sushmita, the second last question.
Coach, Mohun Bagan already played in UAG, and normally Derby always both the team play here, I mean in Salt Lake Stadium. So and Mohun Bagan played there, but ground condition is very new to your team because your team didn't play there. So do you think in this, about ground condition, Mohun Bagan is in a slightly advantage situation?
Honestly, no. The ground, the fields of the ISL, I think that we should emphasize that we are playing in one of the best Asian leagues in terms of turf and standards of the pitch. So I think that the pitch is going to be in a good condition. You can just see all the leagues play around India, what are the conditions of the pitches. So the pitch is not going to be a fact that will decide the game on one side or in another side. Not only that, the training fields are in excellent condition, so no excuses about the pitch or going out. The problem is emotional, and a city like Kolkata deserves a derby to be played here with all the main actors that I say at the beginning of this press conference: journalists, management, sponsors, fans, and we feeling the hot of this magnificent stadium, and the atmosphere that can be in a derby here is not the atmosphere that is going to be there in Guwahati.
We all go that with the last question.
We have seen that so many matches that your team playing very well second half rather than the first half. So what the actual reason? You gave any special talk in the dressing room in the halftime?
You are right, especially with our recent performances. It's one of the things that we are talking to our players. When I came here, in the moment that we were struggling and in the limit, I remember that most of the games in the first half, in the first 15 minutes, we were scoring goals and we were really hungry to win the games. And it's true that desire of starting the games at our best is lacking nowadays. Again, it's something that we are talking in the dressing room. I don't want to be a reactive team. We are playing better when the things are difficult for us, but I think that we should play at a very good level from the kickoff. So you are right, and it's something that we are trying to correct. It didn't happen in my first 5 or 6 games or 8 games here, but in the last 3 or 4 games, I'm not happy on the way that we are starting the games.
Okay, thank you everyone. Coach and Nunga, if you can just stand against the background. You know, if you want to give some Bengali message for the fans.
My message is to Amago fans, and in Bengali, I don't have the proper words to really bring them on at their best. So I don't know what can I say. For our Amago fans, enjoy the derby. Let's be respectful. Again, this is a football game. Let's enjoy it and. I'm not gonna say it because probably I make a mistake. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry with my Bengali. I will prepare something. In case we win the game, I will prepare something in Bengali.
Actually, a lot of fans from North Bengal, they go to Guwahati generally. So whoever can make it, if you can just give a message to them, because we have a strong base in Guwahati. Just a little bit, a small message.
I repeat, my message is a message of respect, of sportsmanship, of enjoying the derby, of not do silly things. There is a lot of things sometimes that are doubtful regarding the derby, so I want to give a positive message to everyone to enjoy the derby, to be on our side, to cheer for us, and do not have any doubt that we are going to put everything on the pitch to give them joy. And joy is Bengal.
Thank you.
Chalo.